Welcome back, Cherry Blossom family. I'm Derek. This is Cherry Blossom CBD, and we are here to bring you another episode of What the Hemp Wednesday, where we bring you hemp news from around the country and around the world. All right, starting here in New York, a Brooklyn CBD retailer sues PayPal over block service. New York retailer is challenging payments supergiant PayPal in court over blocking their ability to have sales. Basically, they cut them off, saying they're selling controlled substances. This company, Friends New York of Brooklyn, claims that PayPal blocked and put on hold $9,000 while investigated whether they had a possible violation of PayPal's terms of service. In May, PayPal did conclude that Friends New York City, NYC, was improperly using its service to transact sales of, quote, narcotics, steroids, paraphernalia, and certain controlled substances other than products that represent or other products that represent a risk to consumer safety. Friends NYC argues that PayPal is misinterpreting, the 2018 Farm Bill and is seeking the return of their $9,000. $9,000 is a lot of money. Their lawyer, Dorothy Biggio, says their funds were taken without due process. So we'll keep you updated on what's going on with that. Let's move up a state or so. Massachusetts. Cannabis delivery started in Massachusetts earlier this year. And Massachusetts cannabis delivery businesses say that they're delivering more cannabis than ever, but they're not making any money doing it. They're like, this is crazy. So according to www.masslive, they're saying that the State Cannabis Control Commission requires 2 drivers per stop, and each driver must wear a body camera, and the vehicle must have cameras and GPS. So what the delivery services are saying, and I quote a gentleman called Christopher Fevry, CEO of cannabis delivery firm Your Green Package, told Mass Live there needs to be a balance between regulations and actual business operations and things that are things that are happening in business, things that are happening on the ground. When everything's being done that's new, there's a fear of the unknown, understandably. And in cannabis, and there definitely is. Hemp, there definitely is. But I think our operators, through what we've done, we've proven that we can operate safely. There's also a multitude of other safety provisions like the body cameras, GPS tracking of the cars, the cameras watching the drivers, the cameras watching the cars. So what these guys are saying is that all these extra expenses that I have to put into another driver, the GPS, they got to pay for that monthly. We got to pay for all this other stuff. It's cutting into our profits. So we're running around delivering cash to everybody, but this is actually a for-profit business, not a non-profit business. I think that Mass is probably going to look at that, and they want to keep their customers happy. They probably want to keep these delivery services operating, but they did not see. There's a lot of things that don't get seen at the legislative level because they're not on the street. They're not running around doing this stuff. So let's see what else we got going on here today. Let's bring it closer to home. New poll shows Marylanders still strongly support cannabis legalization. 3/5 of Marylanders support legalizing recreational cannabis use, while 1/3 oppose, according to a latest poll out of Goucher College of Maryland. The results shared last week represent a slight dip from 7 months ago when 67% of adults surveyed said they supported allowing recreational use in line with policies in 18 states in the District of Columbia. The latest tally of 60% still represents the second highest share of residents in support of legalization since Goucher College started taking these polls back in 2014. Now, Goucher's March poll showed a landmark political trend in the state, with the majority of Republicans supporting legalization for the first time. In the most recent survey, 48% of GOP voters said they were in support compared to 41% opposed. Democrats were 65% back legalization, while 30% were opposed. Unsurprisingly, the support was highest amongst the younger sect. 2/3 of Marylanders aged 18 to 34, as well as those 35 to 54, say they support authorizing recreational legalization and marijuana consumption, as opposed to 49% of people age 55 and older, not 59 and over. So according to the Maryland State General Assembly, this is going to be a priority on the 22 General Assembly schedule. Now, in our most exciting news, this is really, really good. This is one of the best ones we have so far. In a recent survey, 65% of patients say they were able to reduce or eliminate taking at least one prescription drug after receiving their medical cannabis card. I'm going to repeat that. 65% of patients were able to reduce or eliminate taking at least one prescription drug after obtaining a medical marijuana card. Not recreational, medical. And if you don't understand why there's so much pushback against this industry, that one sentence should tell you exactly where that pushback is coming from. Who fears the fear of God of what is happening, that the changes that people are going to be making in their lives and their buying decisions and what they're going to be putting in their body. This is not a preach. This is actually news. So I'm just keep going. So a survey of the Florida medical cannabis patients published in the Journal of Medical Cannabis and Cannabinoids found that 65% reduced or eliminated taking at least one prescription drug once they got their cannabis card. Now, data was collected from May 19 to January 2020, so that's only about 6 months. Over 100 and almost 160 patients, 157 registered medical cannabis patients in Florida. Nearly all respondents surveyed said they consume cannabis on a regular basis. And amazingly, 93% say they did not feel dependent on the substance. That was a 9-3. 93% said did not feel dependent upon the substance. We're never saying that cannabis can't be abused, but that seems like to be in the minority there, you know. So another 40% say they use exclusively high THC strains, while 22% said they were use only high CBD strains. The rest, the majority, 72 indicated they use a combination of both THC and CBD strains. The average amount of money they spent each month on their medication was $300. Flower being the preferred method of delivery. Patients reported reducing dependence on opioids by 18%, anxiolytics by 18%, antidepressants by 15%. And additionally, patients reported substituting medical cannabis for NSAIDs and sleeping aids. Finally, 81% reported cannabis provided a good amount of relief for their symptoms. I'm not making this stuff up, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not making this stuff up. This is science we're talking about here. If you still believe in science, this is it right here. Science is beating you in the face. So that's it. That's it for all this week. We're about 8 minutes in, so we're going to talk to you on Friday. This is our last Talking Terpenes, and we're going to give you two terpeneol and terpenoline. So we're going to talk about those and the differences between them. We thought about just kind of keep going, but we're going to take a break and come back with some interviews in the first part of the year. We are very, very happy to be bringing you this information. We want to get some feedback from you. We want to know if we're doing this right, if we're doing this wrong, if you're actually getting benefit from all this stuff. I know you don't always have time to go out and research what's going on in the world of hemp and cannabis, but we're here to tell you about it. So that's it from us today. I'm Derek, Sherry Bloss with CBD. Please, as always, like, subscribe, share, and comment. We love your comments. Please keep them coming. And we will see you in a couple of days. Bye.